This is Smarter San Diego TV.
Our next guests are the McLaughlin Team with Home Street Bank. Please welcome home loan experts Petya and Cooper McLaughlin.
Team McLaughlin, what's up?
Hey.
How y'all doing? Welcome
Good.
to the show.
Derek,
You're here.
we're happy to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, it's great to have you. I know you both very well. Go way back, right?
Way back.
Way back. So today, talking about, you guys have had a lot of success in the mortgage industry, and we want to talk about that, of course. I would love to get to Building San Diego, which I know has been a huge thing that you guys have got behind, sort of an idea that we came up with together.
Yeah,
it's worked out really well. But I want to sort of give people a background on what you're doing, how you've been able to do it. So first of all, your mortgage team, it's your husband-wife mortgage team. I think people have seen the realtor husband-wife teams, but not the mortgage husband-wife teams. How does that work out?
Well, I mean, for me, it's been great. The transition back into the mortgage world, especially with my wife, she's been doing a fantastic job. Been doing this since, I think, 2003?
2001.
Or 2001, excuse me. So, with that kind of background, she made the transition pretty easy for me. And we actually met 2006 at a function that was put on from a realtor friend of ours. And she showed up. My realtor friend was a little late getting there, and so we ended up having a conversation, and we just was like, boom.
So the industry brought you together.
The industry brought us together.
The
Yeah, here we
competition just merged.
Yeah, she wanted to find out who I was because I was getting the realtor's business. So she figured she had eliminated the competition.
Had to do what I had to do.
If you can't beat them, join them, right?
Exactly.
Or make them join you. Well, either way, same result, right, Petya?
Yeah.
I love it. Well, tell me why Home Street for you guys? I mean, I know there's a lot of banks out there, and so picking a platform to lend on is really important. So, what's so good about Home Street?
Well, I joined Home Street first, and we had a lot of banking background from Bank of America, 5.5 years. So we wanted to find a home. My whole team wanted to find a home where we can have control, but didn't want to be with a big bank when there's a lot more delays and bureaucracy and conditions and just clumsiness. And in this very, the environment where there's all the audit and TRID and everything we knew was coming on board, we wanted to be with a company that it's fast and responsive and close on time, very competitive on the rate, but small and innovative. So
Nimble.
that was, so that
Some of those big banks is like the Titanic.
Yes.
Getting anything done, it's like turning the Titanic.
You can't turn it that quickly, and here we can, and it's been very, very, very positive experience. Very happy.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I think too the management team and the people involved. Petya's boss at the time and still is Scott Stiers, who was just not only a fantastic guy, but he really looks out for the team. And then that carried over with a lot of the people at Home Street Bank, from the top to the bottom. Anthony Grost, who's in charge of the new development and new construction divisions, just fantastic people, and they really get behind you. A lot of support.
You really feel like you're a family there, which was very important to me. So you have a family outside of family. And then when he had a choice to go wherever he wanted, he interviewed with a few companies and chose Home Street, and it was the best choice.
Okay, that's awesome. So, and speaking of new construction, Building San Diego was a new featured segment on Smarter San Diego.
Yeah.
We've done a few
Yeah.
of the featured segments, going really well. People love to know what's being developed in their areas. They really like knowing what's going on. They see construction cones, they see, stuff happening, but they don't know what it is. So people love finding out. Even in San Diego, where there's very little construction happening based on the demand versus the demand.
Oh yeah.
Here, if someone's building 3 homes in an area, that's like a big deal.
It is a big deal, and I think especially in these markets, I think people want to know not only how are they building those homes, but who's building those homes, and kind of what the community plan is for some of this stuff as well. So we're getting it's been a great segment, and this was definitely something brainchild I think that you developed that just has been fantastic for us. So
Yeah, it's something that I don't think is going to end anytime soon. I mean, other than if construction ends, then we may have trouble with building San Diego segment. And it's on the decline. That's what's so crazy. You know, there's such an enormous demand for people to come to San Diego. I mean, the number of new people moving here, I think it was 10,000 the last time they checked that. 10,000 people a year moving to San Diego. 800 new people per month move here.
And people
We're not
want
building
new
that many
construction.
units.
Yeah, they want new, so that's huge demand for that.
yeah, I mean the land, it's hard to find. I mean, if you want to be remotely close to the city center, it's the densities. It's got to get greater density.
And it's I think that's the direction that it's headed in San Diego, very similar to San Francisco or New York, where the land becomes so precious that you really have to build up. I mean, if you've got a house, a home, you're going to have something really special 10, 15, 20 years from now.
I think so, and you're starting to see some of that in North Park. Some of these other neighborhoods, they're redoing some of the ordinances to allow for greater densities as well.
Oh, really?
So,
To build them up?
to build them up, fit, more square footage on, each individual lot. So I think they're starting to see that and understand it, and, understand that it's good for the communities as well.
And a part of what's cool with the people that you guys are working with who are out there building San Diego is you're not just doing the loans. I mean, you're doing so much more than that. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I mean, one nice thing about us at Home Street is that, obviously the financing is what our focus is, but we're partners in the sales process as well. So everything from the education of the sales agents to marketing materials, to even helping them get their condo projects approved through Fannie Mae, FHA, Freddie Mac, VA. We can handle all of that internally. So we're more of a partner in the entire project, and we really want to do something that adds value, where these people don't look at us just as a financing partner, but as a partner that's going to help them not only build and develop the project, but sell the project as well.
Right, because if you're building something in San Diego, I mean, my goodness, the paperwork, the rigmarole, to just put that all together, it really is a lot. There is so much to do there. So to help out with that is huge for you guys to do that, to offer that to someone who's out there already going through this crazy process, to be able to take care of all the things that will help get financing for the people who want to actually buy it. I mean, how long does it take before these builders actually get to think about who's going to buy it and how they're going to sell it, and they get through this whole paperwork process?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. There's so many steps, because if the projects aren't put together, and you're starting to see this now when the development stuff picks up, you get the smaller developers who maybe don't understand that they have to have certain insurance requirements, other requirements in order for lending to take place on these projects. So for them to go through the process and hire people and try to learn something on that level, it gets very expensive. So especially with the new developers coming in, there's such a huge benefit where we can guide them through that entire process. They don't make those mistakes. They have a product at the end that's very saleable. And it's
financeable,
and which is huge. Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole key, isn't
Yeah.
it? I mean, how many people are buying in cash? There's a lot of people buying in cash, but the vast majority of people still buy with financing.
Absolutely, yeah.
So these new projects, and a lot of it's VA here in San Diego, a lot of it's FHA, and that requires a special type of approval on a lot of these units.
That we do for free for the developers, which is also big. Not only they don't have to have that person, but they have to pay to get that approved. What you said earlier about the first-time home buyers, cash is easy, mostly investors or foreign investors. We want to target the first-time home buyers, the millennials, the young people. They want to buy with little down payment, be in that price range where they can live in the city and afford a home.
Right, that's everyone's dream. That's the dream, right?
As someone who is an immigrant here and didn't have that growing up, I think that's why I'm a big fan of that and work really hard for that.
Well, we welcome you with open arms, Petya.
Thank you. I feel welcome.
It's great to have you here. And thank
Yes,
you
it
guys so
is.
much for coming in today and sharing this and all the good stuff you're doing with Building San Diego. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your time.
Hey, thanks a lot,
you.
Derek.
Stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else, commercial free.